Hey guys, welcome to my next major makeover project, the laundry room. We have a lot of work to do. As you can see, we have so much work to do, and I have not started anything. No planning, no prepping, so you guys are at step one with me, and I'm gonna take you through the entire process. Before we jump in, I wanna give a little bit of a background behind this space. So this used to be our garage. It's attached to the house. When we moved in, I did a little garage makeover series where I painted the floor, painted the walls. I got rid of the old storage and added new storage. This used to be my workshop. I had a little wall of my workbench, tool storage, and stuff like that. Thankfully, we have a tough shed in the backyard now where all of my tools are, and that's where all of our yard equipment is. So we were able to get all that stuff out of here, and then we hired contractors to finish the space up. So they had to dig through the concrete to get plumbing out to the front yard. They framed up the floor to match it to the rest of the house. They framed in the powder bathroom back there. They also knocked out 2 big holes in the wall for these exterior doors, and then finished up the electrical, plumbing, and drywall. So that was a ton of work. There's no way I could have DIY'd all of that. So I'm so happy for that to be done, and now I can come in and work my magic and do all the final touches, which I'm so excited for. I mentioned behind me is the powder bathroom. I just finished a powder bathroom makeover, so I'll share those videos in the description below in case you missed those. It turned out so amazing, but now it's time to tackle this huge mess. It actually looks a lot worse than it is. It is what I like to call organized chaos. So my goal for this week and for this video is to get my measurements for the room. I want to enter everything into my design program and start playing around with different layouts. I need to take an inventory of everything that we have and figure out how many cabinets I need, what needs to go in each cabinet. I need to figure out my design plan and come up with a list of things to order. I haven't ordered cabinets yet, which I should have ordered weeks ago. So gotta get that done. And then I need to consolidate my inspiration. I've saved so many design ideas on Pinterest and Instagram and Facebook. So I need to hone in my inspiration and figure out what all I want to do in here. So I'm going to take you guys around and do a little tour, give you some ideas of what I'm thinking for this space, and then I need to get working on my measurements and design plan. So let's get into it. Also, I apologize, my voice is nasty and raspy. I'm just getting over a cold, so don't mind that. Okay, so on the other side of this wall, we have the kitchen. You walk through here and we've got the wall with the washer, dryer hookups. I'm thinking about doing 2 full height cabinets right here, one for extra kitchen pantry storage and then one for cleaning supplies. We have an outlet here, so my plan was to do a outlet inside the cabinet for the vacuum where I can mount that. Washer, dryer hookup here. We also have a plumbing hookup here for a faucet. So I'm thinking 1 or 2 cabinets in this corner for a sink and another cabinet here maybe. And then above here, I'd like to do something for hanging clothes, maybe a few shelves or upper cabinets for all of our soaps and laundry essentials. I mentioned through this door is the powder bathroom. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek. On this wall, we have these lockers, which are just temporary storage. We're gonna get rid of them, but we have a lot of stuff to store. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to do pretty much full height cabinets on this whole wall. If I can fit it, I'd love to do a little bench and cubby situation here for some shoes, some coats to hang up, but we'll see. And then in this corner, we have the water heater, which obviously has to stay. It is such an eyesore because when you're standing in the kitchen and the living room, like that is what you see. So I need to build a little screen to go around that, something that we can just easily move out of the way to service the water heater. And then on this wall, there's not much I can do because this is the walkway to get from the driveway to the kitchen. I could do something that is a little more narrow on this wall that doesn't come out so much, but we'll see. I'm open to some ideas for here. So that is the space. I'm going to grab my tape measure and get some measurements. Okay, I've got my tape measure and my notepad. I'm going to start by just drawing the shell of the room, which is easy because it's just a rectangle. And then I'm going to add in all of my windows and doors and major features that have to stay. So I've got a door right here. I've got a window in front of me, the water heater right here, another door, and then the powder bathroom door. I also have the washer and dryer. I really want to try and get this as accurate as possible because I'll be ordering my cabinets based off of these dimensions. So I'm gonna grab the length of the entire room first. Let's see where I can find the wall. 200.5 inches. Got 115.5. Get this door here. 5.5, 38.5. 43 and 73. And then I'll grab the water heater, the washer and dryer. Okay, so here is my chicken scratch. I'm going to take these and put them into my design program. For designing big spaces like this, I like to use this program called Home Designer Suite. It's a great beginner program and the price is pretty reasonable. I'll link it in the description below. They have a library full of products, materials, and colors to choose from, so you can get a great visual of what your space is going to look like. So I have the shell of the laundry room figured out. This is what we are working with. I'm going to throw in some cabinets and just shift things around to figure out the best sizes and layout. So let's see, we've got a full height cabinet here, here. Oh, that's actually perfect. These are 30 inches wide, so that's a pretty good size. If I can make that work with the washer and dryer. And then we'll do a base cabinet here. Okay, I can do 2 base cabinets. That doesn't look too bad. Let's see, this one is 24 inches wide. That would be enough for a little sink. Let's throw a sink in there. And then on this wall, I'm going to throw in a bunch of full height cabinets too. Okay, so that right there is 4 30-inch wide cabinets, which doesn't seem like a lot, but oh, those look big. Okay, maybe I could do 3. I might be able to just get away with 3 cabinets and then do some sort of cubby situation here. It'd be awesome to do like 2 cubbies with a bench, maybe some shoe storage. I'd love to make something custom for this area right here. I'm gonna play around with this a little bit here and then I'll come back when I have a better plan. So I'm still working on my cabinet order. Hopefully in the next video I have more to report on that. I'm still trying to decide between doing a deep brown cabinet, green, or cream to match our kitchen cabinets. So I have my Pinterest up. I saved a bunch of ideas to a board and I'll show you a few of the different colors that I'm thinking about and also a few other design ideas that I have my eye on. I'll show you the deep brown cabinets that I was kind of thinking about. So this is the same type of floor that we have. It's the black and white checkered tile. And this is the deep brown, which I think looks so nice and classy. Here's another picture of the deep brown. I think that looks so nice. The other option is going with a dark green. We have a green tile backsplash in the kitchen and green in our powder bathroom. So I think doing a green would be fun for color. This is my inspiration for the green. Again, I have it saved with the black and white tile just to kind of get a good visual, but I think that looks nice too. I'm so torn. The last option and the safest would be doing a cream color to match our kitchen cabinets. We have some nice natural light in the mudroom, so this would really make the space feel big and bright and open. So that is another option. Lots to think about. I did a poll on my Instagram today to see what my followers over there were thinking. So we'll see what the popular vote is on that. Another design idea that I would love to implement is a custom bench. There's a few that I saved on here that look really nice. Something like this, where I could do some shoe storage underneath, maybe make this a bit taller and do some hooks. I love that this is the wood tone against the painted cabinet. That would be a good idea. If I don't do the brown cabinets, I could do a wood toned bench. I saved a few other benches. Oh, this one right here. This is really cool. It's got those hooks, perfect for some hats or some bags. Again, I could leave it open underneath to do some shoe storage. So hopefully I get the opportunity to build a custom bench. I think that would be really fun. Another thing I would love to DIY is some drying storage. I came across so many different drying racks and rods and just some really creative ideas. I think this would be really cool, where you just pull out a makeshift panel and have hanging space there. I feel like this would be really nice because you can hide it and it really doesn't take up that much space. I could also just go with a traditional bar above the washer and dryer and hang things there like this. But then if you wanted to hang jeans or long dresses, you're limited on space there. I also saw this drying rack that's on like a pulley system, which I think is so fun, but it might be annoying having to like drop it and then raise it whenever you want to use it. But that is a fun idea to play around with. So now that I know exactly what design ideas I want to implement, I can play around with these in my design program and get that wrapped up. I need to get my cabinet order wrapped up today, and then I guess my first actual project in there is priming and painting. So I'll need to get things moved around, get everything off the walls so I can start priming. I'm just going to hand roll everything. I have way too much stuff in there to spray. So that is the first major project on the list. So step one today is getting some of this stuff moved out into the workshop so I don't have to work around too many things. Thankfully, all of this stuff is already organized and sifted through. When I was pregnant with Harvey, I went through a major nesting phase and donated a bunch of things and got rid of a bunch of things. So that will save me a lot of time. But I'm planning to get these totes out of here. The lockers we have to figure out a new home for. That is on Devin's list. A bunch of the cleaning supplies and stuff I'll keep in here, but I want to get as much as I can out to the workshop so I don't have to work around too many things. Spotted cow is a must in every household. This is my personal favorite, honey weiss from Landy Kugels. Both Wisconsin delicacies. An entire bin for pumpkins. Lift with your legs. Stephanie. This is a fun one. This is all of my old army gear. I used to have that was an awful lift. I used to have probably 6 of these bins of army gear that I consolidated down into one for keepsake. or dress up maybe for my kids one day. Okay, that is good on that wall, I think. Working smarter, not harder. Okay, so I got mostly everything cleared out of here except for the lockers. Devin's gonna help me with those when he gets home, but that is it for this video. I know it doesn't look like we made much progress, but we got the design plan done. I have the cabinets ordered and a lot of the major planning and prepping is done. So that is a huge win. Hopefully in the next video, we can tackle a lot more projects in here, starting with priming and painting. So stay tuned for more projects to come.